guys, welcome back to another video. So fresh off of the approval of the Xbox Activision Blizzard acquisition by the European Union, by the European Commission, we were talking about this in previous videos on streams and everything, and it was when the CMA talked about Microsoft's share in cloud gaming and how they used the entirety of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers and thinking that everybody who subscribed to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate were doing it because of cloud gaming, which is just such an absurd take, especially from a regulatory body. When you look at Xbox Game Pass, if you know anything about the service, if you know anything about the gaming industry or anything about Xbox, you would look at it and say that's probably not the primary reason people are signing up to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. There's various different more enticing reasons, mainly just being able to play on PC and on your console, as well as getting access to things like EA Play. So, I mean, for me, that's the main reason I signed up, was just having that versatility between PC and Xbox Game Pass. And the EU came out and recognized that the CMA actually overstated Microsoft's share in cloud gaming. So it says here, yesterday, the European Union regulator, the European Commission, announced it had approved Microsoft's $67.8 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard due to the deals signed by Microsoft in recent months related to cloud gaming. Obviously talking about those 10-year deals, Ubitus, Enware, Boosteroid, who came out and said that they were against the CMA's decision to block the deal. And then we know that the CMA, like I said, did block the deal, but an official from the European Union in a report from the Financial Times says that the CMA had overstated Microsoft's market share in the cloud gaming market, as it included Xbox Game Pass subscribers who don't use cloud gaming. Specifically, they added here that the cloud gaming market isn't a separate market in the video game industry, but is instead a small segment of the overall gaming market, and a subscription service to the more expensive Xbox Game Pass here, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, is required in order to access Xbox cloud gaming. And the higher tier, like I said, includes Xbox Game Pass on console, PC, and access to EA Play. Now, this isn't the first time the CMA actually made errors in the decision that they made when they decided to block this deal. They actually also made deals when it came to their overall percentage of people that they thought was actually going to leave the PlayStation platform if Call of Duty was taken off of PlayStation. They had a big calculation of stuff that was just wrong, and they revised their actual numbers before they decided to say that there was no substantial lessening of competition in the console market itself, specifically the high-end console market, which includes PlayStation and Xbox. It says it already happened with regard to the console gaming market. At first, the Competition and Markets Authority said that Microsoft had reason to make Call of Duty partially or totally exclusive to Xbox consoles. A month and a half later, the CMA had to revise its financial models and reach a different conclusion. It wouldn't be convenient for Microsoft to remove Call of Duty from PlayStation consoles. And to me, I think about that, and it's actually kind of crazy because just logically, just from a layman's perspective, you think about how big Call of Duty is, and you think about how much money it makes through PlayStation, through the PlayStation Network. PlayStation is one of their biggest customers. It was their biggest customer, I believe, in 2021 or 2022 or something like that. In no way would it make any business sense right off of the bat for Microsoft to just take all of these users away from the amount of money that they would be making off of them and just ripping it off of the PlayStation platform. It just made zero business sense just looking at this from somebody who just follows the industry at all. So the CMA coming to the conclusion initially that it potentially could give Microsoft a huge advantage was just crazy, and obviously they went back and changed it. But as the EU has made their decision to approve the deal, we are just seeing, I guess, more holes in the CMA's overall argument when they decided to block the deal. And we'll see what happens with that appeal going forward. Now, when it comes to the use of Xbox Game Pass and Microsoft and Xbox in the UK, we know that there is a way for them to just, if this deal gets approved by the EU and the FTC, or by the FTC because it's already been approved by the EU, to just pull out of the UK altogether. Satya Nadella was actually asked this question, and he didn't give a direct answer saying that they wouldn't pull out of the UK. And in fact, he just said, we're going to let it all play out. And here's exactly what he said.
Look, I mean, the fundamental logic of this deal, bringing more competition and more opportunity for publishers and gamers, still holds. So as far as I'm concerned, we keep going. We wait for what the European Union decides. We have a process. We obviously respect the sovereignty of the United Kingdom and the CMA to decide what's good, in that country.
Could you ever see an age where you would sell the product in the U.S. if it was approved, sell the products in Europe, and not sell it in the U.K. if they didn't approve it?
Let's wait for it all to play out.
So there you have it. Obviously talks about the competition and talks about the fact that they respect the United Kingdom and the CMA and their decisions, what they think is best for their industry. But at the end of the day, we don't know what Microsoft is going to do. Would it be crazy for them to actually pull out of the UK if they lose the appeal and it's approved by the FTC and it has been approved by the EU? Would they leave? Is that something that's even feasible? Would it make business sense? Would they want to do that? It is their second biggest market. So I think there would be a lot of thinking behind doing that, but there could be other ways around this, which would be just not putting Activision Blizzard games on Xbox Game Pass in the UK. That may satisfy the CMA, and that would be good enough. So if you're a UK gamer, you're probably going to be missing out on stuff because of the CMA if this deal doesn't eventually get approved, if Microsoft doesn't win their appeal. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens in the future going forward when it comes to Xbox and it comes to how they operate within the United Kingdom. Now, when it comes to the actual appeal, the EU commentary on what they thought about the cloud gaming and all that type of stuff apparently is going to help Microsoft and Activision with their appeal. And this is from Wells Fargo. They say this: in our view, the EU Commission's commentary, which directly contradicts the UK CMA's findings, may help Microsoft to make the case that the CMA's decision was based on so flawed an understanding of the cloud gaming market as to make it irrational. Though we continue to view Microsoft as fighting an uphill battle, one that between the FTC and CMA challenges could be drawn out over 18 plus months. And one thing to keep in mind with that statement there, where they're saying it was so flawed, their view on cloud gaming, that their decision to block this deal is just irrational. It's not based on the correct information. Essentially, it's not based on anything that is proof and evidence that it will be anti-competitive in the cloud gaming market. The CMA has actually still won 67% of all merger appeals since 2010. So Microsoft is still in the lower end here of a chance to win this appeal overall. It could still very well be completely blocked over by the CMA, and we will be presented with that situation if the FTC approves it, where it's approved by the FTC and the EU, and then Microsoft having to make a decision on what they want to do. So that, I think, the overall, because the EU approved it and what they have said based off of the decision from the CMA, based off of the cloud gaming stuff, will help Microsoft going forward. So just a quick update on some more Xbox Activision Blizzard acquisition news here. A couple of days ago, the big decision came down, and we'll keep you updated on any other stuff that comes out of this, and keep your eyes open for more FTC news and then potentially some more stuff coming about the CMA and the appeal. But if you enjoyed this video, guys, make sure to hit that thumbs up. If you're new here, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.
We'll be right back.